seat right before I went live. I can see this. Ducked me down maybe a little bit more than I want. There we go. That's a good amount of Jenna for your screen. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It snowed here last night, and I'm really delighted about it, even though it's already melting. But it's that nice thing. So I'm living out in the woods right now. Gwesleber. Aha. Gwesleber, thank you for the re-upping your subscription. First of all, very hyped for snow. Big happy snow vibes for me. But also, because I live out in the woods, there's this thing that happens when it snows and then it's warm enough that it all melts, is that it sounds like it's raining really heavily because all the snow melt is falling off the trees. But it's not raining. And I think it's just a nice kind of experience where it's like, it sounds like it's legit like storming, not thundering, but like storming out. But it's just like all that rain melt, that snow melt. Sculptor, thank you for the 5 gift subscriptions. And congrats to anybody who just got a gift subscription. We're in this. I'm trying to remember. Oh, hey, you can't even see the game. Huh? There we go. And it's a work from home day. Damn, Knife Snail, you're doing it. I really thought about working from home today. But then I was like, but I do want to stream. And I don't have a streaming solution yet. At some point, when I have more reliable internet, I want to do kotatsu streams where it's just me under my kotatsu and we're cozy. That's my dream. Incel Exodus, thank you for the Prime subscribe. Let me think about where we were in this game. We needed milk. Oh, I remember exactly where we were. So, where we were the last time. Nat Lovey, thank you. Welcome. Hello. We're playing a point-and-click mystery game. This is the 3rd stream of this. So, where we left it last time, in true point-and-click fashion, I need to get elderflower. No, I need to get fizzlewit or some other fucking name for an herb in order to make a balm to heal an old farmer's joints so that he can milk a goat that doesn't like me, so that I can get the milk, so I can get the milk to this lady, and she can introduce me to the Lord, and the Lord can get me some help to dig up the burrow, the excavation of the title thing, the excavation. So that's the chain that we're at right now. And she told the lady who's not a witch told me that I could get it probably out in the moors. Let's go talk to her again so I can remember what I actually need to get. Last time we delved the giggle hole. Regrettably, there was a badger in it. It was not ideal.
Good day.
Yes?
Where can I find some flirtwort?
Flirtwort is not commonly found around Bewley. It's a perennial shrub that bears small white flowers. You might find some growing out on moors if you're lucky.
Thank you.
Small white flowers out on the moor. So I've got elderflower.
Farewell.
Successfully. I brought my thermos today. I got it in Japan. It says, "Go outside, enjoy life, Captain Stag." I really like it. It's not as cute as my other thermos, but it's a little bit more hardy. I feel like a crafty kotatsu stream, or just like I don't know, maybe we play, oh my god, you know what would be the best thing ever? To play Animal Crossing under a kotatsu. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, I have not made, okay. So she said it would be out by the moors. We already talked to the produce lady in town, and there was no option to ask about.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
And we... Oh, Bunny! Oh, Bunny escaped. Out on the moors.
Can't quite...
Mild cat art. Yeah, that's how I felt in New York. Not that New York is super warm all the time, but the moment that the temperature drops below a certain threshold,
I've no desire.
all the landlords turn on the central heating system, which are a nightmare, for very specific reasons that I won't get into right now. So it was like pretty much as soon as winter hits, you have to like crack your windows open, otherwise your apartment gets overheated. And it's like it's no place for a kotatsu. But now I'm in the Midwest, where heating is dubious. Is there flowers in there? No.
You're coming with me, little fellow.
Really?
I shall name you Kenneth.
Hey! Really? Did I just pick up a word?
I've already taken one.
Okay. That was not what I was expecting to happen in that moment. What am I going to use a worm for? Maybe this guy knows where I can get some...
Hello?
Fucking Kenneth.
He's not answering.
Because I don't have his balm. I mean, I can tell you exactly what it is, because I read a fascinating article about it. Actually, the year of not long after the pandemic started. It was because so many of the buildings, the health craze at the time when so many apartment buildings in New York were made, the health craze was the idea that you need like fresh air constantly in order to keep your body healthy. So basically all of the heating systems in the majority of the, older apartment buildings and houses in New York rely on this concept. And so the idea was that the heating system would be super, super powerful because you were expected to crack your windows throughout the winter. And so so basically it was like because that's how you got fresh air. So like the heating systems are purposely overdone. Yeah, the overheating is a feature. Yes, Ron, exactly. So it was because you were supposed to have your windows cracked all the time, even in the dead of winter. So the heating system needed to be super powerful so that you didn't freeze to death. But we don't think that anymore. We don't think that having fresh air all the time, even when you're indoors, is the thing that's going to, miasma theory, it's going to solve you or solve all your health issues. But that's just how it is. Actually, the last apartment,
The road disappears.
Okay. The last apartment I had was somebody, like it was somebody's house that they were renting out rooms in, and they had the right kind of windows that you're supposed to have for that. They opened at the bottom like normal windows, but then they also cracked open at the top, and you could move the screen up or down. So down when it was summer and you wanted the windows open, up when it was winter and you were trying to vent heat. So I didn't have as much trouble in that place as I did in most places, although it was still pretty warm pretty consistently. But like most apartment buildings that were designed with this in mind don't have those anymore because over the years they've replaced the windows. So they have normal modern windows that are super good at trapping in heat because we try not to heat the world with our heating systems. But they were built, like the rest of the infrastructure was built for a time in which you were supposed to have the windows open for this kind of thing.
Hello again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Batman.
I'm going to ask around and see if anybody knows where I can get flirtwort.
Thank you for your time.
Aye, Miss Batman. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
So that was my mini.
Goodbye.
99% invisible.
I can't think of anything else.
Okay. My miniature 99%
I
invisible.
don't need to use the filthy lavatories.
Do I don't, there can't be any in my room. That would be wild.
I've hung my dress aside from...
Okay. I mean... Yeah, bad air makes you sick. Yes, exactly.
There's nothing else I wish to discuss at the moment.
Then about vents, yes. Maybe I can try one of these doors? Vicar, you got some... Oh, you know what?
I don't think anyone... These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
Could I... Maybe... I'm gonna peek in the window in my room. Oh, maybe like one of those window boxes I can interact with. They have flowers in them. I can't
I
even
don't wish to
interact.
take.
fine, okay. But maybe some other window box has flirtwort in it. This is my best lead at the moment.
These flowers look pretty. Tins of corned beef. Ghastly. I'm not hungry.
Maybe I just need to click on the herbs? Oh.
This looks like elderflower.
Oh, okay. Liz, thank you for the Prime resubscribe. Yeah, Ron, that's why I read that's why I read this at the very beginning of the pandemic, because that's when this article came out, and it was like, wild, huh? The cyclical nature of things. For entirely different reasons, we now also recommend venting.
I can't think of anything else to This looks like elderflower to me.
Well,
not tempting. This looks like The box is full of various sprouts and onions. I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
How about the elderflower that she... Oh, wait, no. Elderflower is the one I have. Shit.
The produce is...
flirtwort is the one I'm looking for. I remember.
Fresh Scotch eggs! Perhaps you'd be more interested in a Scotch egg. Freshly made, just 1 penny each.
No,
I would
thank
crush
you.
a Scotch egg right now. That sounds good as hell. Alright, is there anything here I can interact with? No.
My mother always told me not to. If I take this...
Hey, weird little bat. Welcome back. Surely... I mean, the lady said that they would be on the moors. Probably. I would also like to have a kitty in my lap right now. That just sounds really nice.
The water is icy cold.
Ooh.
I already took some.
Mild cat art. That looks like a cat wrote that, maybe.
It's locked.
A kitty friend on a keyboard, perhaps. Oh. Miss Duplancy. Maybe she knows where I can get some flirtwort.
Hello, Mrs. Duplancy.
If you're looking for Father Roach, he won't be back until tomorrow.
Where is Father Roach?
You might have noticed the good father has a green thumb.
Does he have a
He's gone
secret
to
garden?
visit his friend in the countryside to purchase some seedlings for his tower garden.
Where is
Tower
Father
garden?
Roach's tower garden?
Yes.
Why, on top of St. Edmund's, of course. He's got a lovely collection of cuttings up there.
Yes.
You'll have to ask him to show you.
It does sound rather pleasant. It's a shame he's not around.
Well, he does have
Yes.
a spare key for the tower door somewhere.
Excellent. Sarkwan, thank you for re-upping your subscription, and good morning to you as well.
Do you know where Father Roach keeps his spare key?
No, that's his business.
Not anymore,
if I
it's
did know,
not.
I'd fetch it myself and take you up there.
Not to worry.
I do recall him saying he hid it outside somewhere, for safekeeping, like.
Is
Were it
it-
in the graveyard?
Yes, oh my
Oh, I
god, is it
don't
in the
know.
fresh grave?
Just wait till he gets back, pet.
Did he put the spare key to the tower garden in the fresh grave, do you think? That would be pretty grim.
I found out my father visited Bewley some 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
Bateman. William Bateman. I remember a William Baldwin. He were a right miserable sod.
My father was only in Bewley briefly, from what I understand. I'm trying to piece together what he was doing here.
You'll have to ask him. I don't recall anyone of that name.
My father took part in an excavation at Hobb's Barrow. Do you recall the excavation?
I concern myself only with matters related to the church. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful.
What do you make of these stones?
They are not Christian. I'm certain of that.
I agree. Much older, I feel.
Older than Christianity? Oh, the youth of today.
These box pews are most unusual. I've never seen any quite so tall.
We Bewley folk like our privacy. Many of the pews are owned by individual families.
Some might accuse you of hiding secrets.
Now, pet.
I jest.
At
That was
my
flirty.
age, it's hard to climb in and out of them. I'd rather stand.
Does the name Saxnot mean
Saxnot's the
anything
name
to
of the
you?
goblin that we met.
Is that a village near Hurdlaw?
No, never mind.
Okay.
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
I don't, pet.
Not to worry. Thanks for your time.
Let's
Lord
go
be with
dig
ya.
up a grave. Ooh, it got misty out. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I should investigate the barking. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's check this grave. We did try to dig this grave up earlier. And I don't see why we
I
shouldn't
may be a
now.
barrow digger.
Okay. Hidden
William
in the-
Modest. And here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven. Joseph Davis. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister.
Poor
Today
Arthur's
she
mom.
dances with angels. John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence. Forever in light, Anne Kemp.
She said it was maybe in the graveyard. If I'm not
Margaret's
allowed.
Dedicated to our...
Yes. If I'm not allowed to dig up this fresh grave. Where is it? Okay, I must have to go. I feel like I have to investigate the source of this barking. It's probably the Lord's poor pup. I hope it hasn't been fighting with the badger, because I don't think I can help it in that case. Maybe not. Maybe not. Did you hear some barking? Well, let's click on the door and maybe that'll... Have we seen Arthur Tillett since he was standing in the woods like a weirdo? I don't think we have. Maybe the dog can dig up the
It's
grave for you.
locked.
That's a good thought. Well, I know it's locked. I did know it was locked. All right, maybe I'm gonna poke around here. Maybe it's
That's not mine to interfere with.
okay. That hasn't stopped you on a lot of other stuff, lady.
They are still locked. A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar. I can admire the craft. I've no time for such things. The flowers have long since dried out. I don't...
Fine. Yeah, finding a dog to dig up a... Yes, I'm Dizzy Bell. Exactly. Where the fuck is this dog, though? Okay. Especially when I already have a trowel in my inventory, yes. Oh yeah, I need the plausible deniability of a dog digging it up so that I don't have to be like, yeah, I dug up this grave. Okay, don't hear the dog here anymore. But maybe the dog is just spooky ambiance. But everything got foggy after I left the church, which feels like it means something. Do you think these hens would like this worm that I got?
You're a sweet little thing, aren't you?
Cheeky, 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 cheeky. Yeah, when you put it like that, great Suzo.
That would be rather cruel to the poor worm.
What?
That would be wrong.
What are you planning to do with the worm then? You just put this worm in your pocket. 2% gold. What did you miss? We discovered that there's a garden at the top of the church, but I don't have a key to get in there. But the Duplancy said that there's a key, a spare key hidden somewhere, maybe in the graveyard. And my assumption is it's the fresh grave, right? Because it's got to be the fresh grave. But this fancy, well-to-do lady won't dig up this fresh grave.
In memory of Mabel Hurst.
And we heard a dog barking for a while, but the dog is not barking anymore.
Mutton pies!
I think probably 2 more quests to that. I think it's a quest for a quest for a quest for a quest for a quest. But essentially, yeah.
It's locked.
Let me talk to this lady again. Maybe she can be like, oh yeah, go ahead and dig up the fresh
There's
grave.
nothing else I would.
Fine, okay. Do I have anything else that could interact? I mean, her... Oh, there's that fucking dog again. It's cold. It's cold water. I get it. Can I go? I can't cross over. Okay. That you make a good point, Gold Stars, and yet. Hello, is this your dog barking?
I don't think anyone is home.
What? Keep clicking outside of the game. Can the worm be Wanji? Madzalua absolutely can. This worm is our friend. I mean, that's gonna make it... Alright, Cyril lives there.
The
It's gonna make it harder for when we have to use that worm for something. Maybe, I mean, maybe the dog is just atmosphere. Let me check the hole again. Hole?
I've already taken one.
It's just a bunch of worms? Yeah. Yeah, just a bunch of worms, as expected. We're back at Hobbs Barrow. We kill Squangy in the flush game. Okay, well, that's fair.
Finally. We should go first. I need...
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, sweetie. I don't know if we're gonna... I bet one of these two is probably the Lord's house, and one of them is probably the garden. Let's...
The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance. I can't take the sign, nor...
Solid produce. I'm gonna pop back in the inn, as I always do, and see if anyone here can tell me anything. Have I asked you about milk yet?
Do you have any fresh milk going spare?
Sorry, lass.
Wouldn't
I've
it be
none at all.
funny
Never mind.
if I just asked and he
Goodbye.
was like, yeah,
See
here
you
you
soon.
go, fresh milk. And that
Hello
the last
again, Mr. Shoulder.
2 hours of
Miss
this milk quest
Behrman.
were useless.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Shoulder.
I'm sure the locals have filled you in already, lass.
You cut quite the
That
mysterious
they
figure.
have.
Most had little to say.
It's true, I do tend to keep my head down. When one gets to my age, one grows very comfortable in one's home. I like the isolation of the moors. I wouldn't change it for anything.
I take it you don't get many visitors.
Oh no, nobody bothers me. That's the perk of living so far out, huh? Just me and me hens. I used to come into Bewley more often, back before my health went to bugger, eh?
Goodness.
If you don't mind me asking, what is the nature of your ongoing illness?
Oh, just the ravages of age. Getting off this bench will be a small battle in itself. Something you won't need to worry about for many a year, Miss Bateman.
Growing old is a blessing and a curse. And what of your recent fever?
An ordeal it were. So much tossing and turning. But I'm right as rain now, especially after a mug of ale.
Still think he's lying
worry
about the
about me.
fever.
What do you think of Bewley?
Whilst one could consider the villages to be rather unenlightened, this place has its charm. The market's in town today. You can see that folk want fun out here.
I know where I can find a Scotch egg, that's for certain.
Hey.
Do treat yourself to one. You'll not taste better.
I don't have any cash, my dude. Oh. Catching butterflies, thank you for the prime
What do you make
resubscribe.
of Mildred Walker?
Who?
I believe she's also known as Mother Mildred.
Oh, we used to get about when we were children. Our paths have not crossed in a long
Get
while.
about.
Is there anything else I should know about her?
No, lass. I'm certain we will know a lot more about her by this time tomorrow.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
What do you make of Lord Panswick?
His lordship is an important man in Bewley, as I'm sure you have gathered. His
Fever that
family
turns you
has
into a
commanded
piss cat,
much respect
exactly.
here for many generations.
Do you respect him as a leader?
I do. He wants the best for the village. Without his influence, the railway line would have never come through here.
Does he want more visitors?
Aye, I believe so. He has great ambitions for Bewley and wants to share them with the world.
Crayon Bad Boy, you make a great point.
What do you think of Charles Bryden?
He is a decent man. It must have been hard for him after that terrible business with his brother.
Without a doubt. I must say I had assumed you had at least spoken to him about my visit.
Sorry, lass, I had no intention of giving you the runaround. Again, I can
Don't
only
believe him.
apologize.
I don't believe him.
What are Lord Panswick's plans for Bewley?
He's rebuilding an old chapel on his estate. He seeks to bring God back to these lands.
But what of St. Edmunds?
Yeah, we already have a
Father
church.
Roach might argue God has never left.
Indeed. Let's leave such arguments to them, shall we?
Thank you for your time.
I'm looking...
There's nothing else.
Alright, I think that's everyone that's in here. Okay. So, we need a key. So you get to the garden to get the flirtwort for the salve to give to the old man so he'll milk his goat so that we can get that milk to the lady to introduce us to the Lord to get access
Fresh
to.
Scotch eggs!
If I had
I really don't want a
if I had a penny, my
Hello.
lord.
Good day.
Do you have any milk for me?
Not yet.
Oh, dear.
No sign of Miss.
I'm afraid.
Good day.
Hey up,
Can you make me
Do
a
you have
key?
any fresh milk, goat?
I'm a blacksmith.
Quite. Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Okay. A key. Alright, let's try. She said it was probably in the graveyard. I don't
This
hear.
appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave. This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
I can hear a fly buzzing around now.
It may be a
Everything is
barrow
making
dig-
me so suspicious. Can I combine any? Can I stab the
Can't see
grave?
how that will help.
Well, that's fair. How can I pick
No,
at it?
That won't.
What if I try to destroy? Can I play the fiddle? No. Okay. Hi, Clarodactyl. Thank you for re-upping your subscription. Almost 2 years. God, that is wild. That is
In
wild.
memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
I don't know. Maybe one of these I
In
can
memory of William
destroy.
In memory
Oh,
of
combined
George
worm and
Paxton.
apple. I love that. Hold on.
The worm has found a new home within the holes of the rotten apple.
What a good instinct, Keeper of Arcane. What does that get us? I don't know what that gets us, but it's so nice for the little worm. I don't know what that does for us, but I really am pleased by it.
In memory of Henry Crozier. In memory of.
Okay, I know what it is. This Romeo one is fake, because the dude's thing is Shakespeare and the Shakespeare. He loves the Shakespeare, so I'm going to chisel this one out, and the key's going to be behind it.
I think I can chip away at this plaster.
Oh, BDG, what up? Hey, Brian. Thank you for the raid. Is my art followers... Okay, follower-only chat, I think, is off. Right? Hey, everybody.
There's
I've
a key
desecrated a
behind here.
memorial to
This
find a
has to be
key.
Father Roach's spare.
We are playing the excavation of Hobb's Barrow. It is a point-and-click mystery folk horror game. Here's where we're at right now. I found a key that'll get me into this tower garden, at the top of which I should find some flirtwort, which I can give to a local witch to make some salve for an old man. And once that old man has that salve and to cure his arthritis, he can milk his goat, who doesn't like me, to get some fresh milk for the nurse of the lord of the town. And when I do that, she will introduce me to the person who controls the lord's staff in order to get me some help excavating the Hobb's Barrow tomorrow, and that's where we are at in this game. So that's how that's going.
It's locked.
A fun thing about this game, two fun things about this game. One, it's all voice acted, which I think is actually pretty incredible for what kind of game it is. And two,
Capital.
it has some shocking rotoscoped pixel animation that's really intense. See, here we go. We're doing it. The dog was not the right thing to do. The dog was not what I needed to do.
Father Roach has amassed quite the collection here. I don't wish to disturb it.
Well, I'm gonna take some flowers, though.
A small label on the pot reads Flirtwort. This is just what I need.
Yes. Yes. We're about to do so much plot. You guys showed up at the right time. How do I get down? Yes. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Great. All right. So we're going to take
I
this.
should put the key back.
Oh, come on. All right. The flirt. Yes. It should
There.
be.
I hope that stays on.
I think oh, you guys can't see it in the bottom right. Yeah, it's this little eggy plant. We also we found a worm and a rotten apple and we've combined them, but to what purpose, it is impossible to say. Oh, Ryan, thank you for giving Brian a gift sub. What were y'all doing on Brian's stream? Oh, let me hydrate. Hold on, I have to get some moisture to... That's the giggle hole you can see off to the side.
Good day.
Where did I put my water?
Yes?
I got your
I think I have some
flirtwort.
Flirtwort here.
Show me. Aye, that's flirtwort, all right. Let me know when you found some elderflower, too.
Oh, I got great news, ma'am.
I have some elderflowers here.
Show me.
Show me.
No, this
Oh,
is not
fuck.
elderflower. It's cowbane.
Shit.
An easy mistake to make. The two look very similar.
Oh,
It's okay, I know
It's
where to
safe
get...
to eat, as long as you're not a cow. Very
Rude.
toxic to cattle.
where can I find some elderflower?
I know where to find
There
some
used to be
elderflower.
quite a few elder plants growing here in Herne Wood, but they've long since gone. Nowadays, you might find the shrub growing within a hedgerow or a private garden.
I see. What does elderflower look like?
Elderflowers are small, white, and grow in clumps on the elder shrub. Elder shrubs can grow in all shapes and
stretch reminder.
sizes. Just look out for the clumps of tiny white flowers.
Okay. I know
Farewell.
where to go. So we talked to the lady, the cabbage lady in the town square. She had some elderflower probably in her cart. I don't have any cash to pay her with, so this
looks
might
like
just be
elderflower to me.
yet
day.
another.
Fresh produce?
She's gonna need. Wait, let's guess. Wait, you know what? I bet she needs a rotten apple with a worm in it.
Is that elderflower you're selling?
Oh, there's a
Perfect
child.
for teas and tinctures.
The child
Any
is
good
new.
for sore joints?
Aye. Penny a bunch.
I'm afraid I don't have any money.
Sorry, miss. Does it look like I'm running a charity?
Can we work something out? A trade, perhaps?
I deal in cash only, miss. No
Ah.
coin, no elderflower. What do you take me for?
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, miss.
Yeah, little girl, do you want a
Hello,
rotten
Jane.
apple?
Miss, watch me juggle.
This is a great game. See you later, maybe a Selkie. For those of
Very
you not
impressive.
aware, I'm
I can juggle
doing.
even more apples.
Yeah? Can you juggle an apple with a
I
worm?
dare you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy.
What is the purpose of this gonna be?
Look, a worm.
Am I gonna steal the elderflower?
Oh, put those back.
Sorry.
Oi, put those
What was the point of any
Sorry.
of that?
Be careful with your apples.
Sorry, miss.
Hold on, I can go and pick up my apple. I'm doing point and click November is what we're doing right now.
Hello again,
so
little worm.
I'm just doing all point and click mystery games. We've got this. I've got a Nancy Drew game on deck. We've got the Goosebumps game. There's a Goosebumps game released in 2016 that is apparently wacky and fun. And The Last Express, which is like a classic 90s point and click game. So that's what we're doing
Hello, Jane.
this month and
Miss,
probably
watch me
into
juggle.
December. I've already seen you juggle. You did a great job, little girl. I did steal. Oh, did I keep some?
Very impressive.
I can.
Or is that not the flirt? No, I don't have any. Yeah, I've got the cowbane that I miscorrectly thought was elderflower, and I've got the flirtwort, but no. So,
I can't think of anything else.
huh.
Good day.
Freshly selling them would miss like.
No, thank.
Do you want this nasty apple
I
that
don't
you
wish to
gave me
give that a-
earlier? Okay.
I dare you.
Easy.
On the one hand, I
Yuck.
don't know what this is gonna do.
Oi, put those back.
Sorry.
You'll pay for any damaged goods.
Sorry, miss.
Okay, that was different text that I got earlier. What you guys missed is if you weren't here for I think it was the last stream, we had to chat up a local dude in a bar like 4 times and also make somebody meet him there. So maybe I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this one more time. This is
I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy. Yuck, a worm.
How much will you pay
tempting.
me to stop doing this to your shit?
Oi, put those back.
Sorry. Not tempting. I can't just steal the elderflower. There must be another way.
Can't I just steal? Wait, could I? Hold on.
Hello again, little worm.
Aw. Can I use apple with worm on
I'm not
woman?
sure they would be interested.
Okay, fine. What about cowbane? You want some
I'm
cowbane?
not sure they would.
Okay. How about a fiddle?
I don't wish to give that.
Okay. I wonder if I could give the fiddle to the musician. This isn't going to help me immediately, but... Oh, actually, I think I did try that, and he was like, well, I can't do
I don't
anything.
wish to give.
Okay.
I have.
Okay, so... this feels like it's something. Like, there must be something I can do here. Would you like an apple?
I'm not sure they would. I'm not sure they. Hello, Jane.
Miss, watch me juggle.
It's really good juggling, little girl. How does it get me milk?
Very impressive.
I can juggle even more apples.
Do you think you need to make her hit the guy walking past? That's a good question. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, let's try timing it.
I dare you.
Easy. Yuck, a worm.
Okay, you know, you might. The way that it pans suggests that maybe that's what I need to do. All right, we'll try timing it. Let's see if we can't get the timing out on that. I would be...
Hello.
The idea of a point-and-click game that has a timing-relevant mechanic is...
You'll pay for any...
Sorry,
is intense. But I think that's a good read on it, so let's try it. Let's try maybe, like, the moment somebody walks in from the side. Oh, flaming... That's not a great quote. Maybe... Is somebody only going to start walking when I... Okay, here we go. Here we go. Big money, big money.
Yuck, a worm.
I mean, that didn't do it. Shrek apologist, thank you. Thank you for reopening your subscription and also for the good context.
You'll pay for any damaged
Herb
goods.
swap. Oh, I like the herb swap. Okay, yes. Okay. That feels more possible than a timing thing.
Hello.
And since I couldn't tell the cowbane from the elderflower, probably this lady can't either. All right, I like that. Let's try it.
I dare.
Easy. Yuck.
Use cowbane with herbs. Swaparoo. Aye! Nothing to see here.
I managed to swap them without her noticing.
Somebody's gonna feed that to their cow, and it's gonna make it really sick. It's fucked up, lady. But we did it. Yeah, that's the important thing, is that we
Good
did
day.
it. Yeah.
I have the ingredients you asked for.
Wonder, hand them over.
I hope we get a weird, intense close-up of Mother Mildred's face.
There you go.
Aw.
Tell Mr. Bryden to apply this poultice to the area in question. It works wonders.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Now we can fast travel to his farm. Hello, I've got the poultice. I got some tiger balm for you. Come out here. Slap this
Yes.
on.
I've got a poultice for your joints, Mr. Bryden. It was prepared by Mildred Walker.
Who?
You may know her as Mother Mildred.
Nobody,
Oh,
there's,
thank
how
you,
many
lass.
Mildreds are
That
there in
Mildred
this
knows
town?
What she's doing. I should have thought to see it myself.
She said to apply it directly to where the pain is. It should work very swiftly.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Oh, that did the trick, lass.
Yeah.
I feel like a lad of 20 again.
Healthy enough to
Suppose
milk a
you'll be wanting
goat?
me to milk old Eunice for you in return.
Yes.
If you don't mind,
It's all
I'd
happening.
appreciate it.
A fair exchange. Stand well back, lass.
Believe
I don't want to get
me,
close.
I'm not coming
Yeah.
an inch closer.
Do not want to get close to Eunice. Last time I was here, she made me hallucinate. Maybe that's unrelated to Eunice, but it wasn't a great experience.
There you are,
Okay.
lass. Some fresh milk.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bryden.
In a loose pail. I hope this doesn't splash when I fast travel. Okay. And back to the village square.
Good day.
Would Miss...
No,
I mean to click on you, dude. Okay.
I've got a pail of fresh milk here for you, Miss Tompkins.
Yes.
You haven't.
I have. It's in a nasty pail.
Mum, you've saved my hide.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you all right?
I'm worried about Mr. Ambrose.
It was fine.
Any road, I'm heading back to Panswick Manor now. Would you still like to meet his lordship?
Yes.
Very much so.
Now, I can't guarantee you'll be home, all right? He's a very busy man.
I'll take my chances.
Follow me, then.
I think we highly suspect we have already met the Lord and that he was a
Go on over.
creepo.
It's not much further.
I like that little leaping animation.
What time do you call this?
Sorry, Mum.
Give it here then. What the hell is this muck?
Goat's milk, Mum.
You daft beat! Since when does his lordship take goat's milk with his tea? Oh, he will not be pleased. Get back to your sweeper before I clip you over the head.
Oh,
Sorry,
damn,
Mom.
lady. What the fuck? Okay, well, let's... Oh.
Where is Lord Panswick?
Sorry, Mum. I can't talk. Miss Fenchurch is ever so mad at me.
Sheep?
I've no time for frolicking with the flock.
Oh, damn.
Some fine-looking flowers.
Hello. Can I
Hello
see the
there.
Lord?
Bugger off, you whelp. This is private land.
That is well out of my reach.
Oh, but I do want to steal it, though.
I was wondering if it might be possible to speak with Lord Panswick.
Are you deaf, girl? Don't make me fetch the guards.
Fetch
They're
'em.
armed, you know.
Fetch him.
By Christ, you're like a dog with a bone. Do you want to get yourself shot?
Try it.
I
Hey,
can
it
assure
is
you the
this
only things getting
dude.
shot around here are the pheasant. And perhaps
Hey,
the odd grouse.
James.
Greetings, my lady.
Of course it's this dude.
Lord James Panswick, at your disposal.
Ugh.
You're Lord Panswick?
As I live and breathe.
You could have told me that before.
What is life without mystery, Miss Bateman? A predictable stagger to the grave?
I was
Okay,
imagining
dude.
someone...
Much older
Less
and
creepy.
far less handsome?
something like that.
See? I can read your mind, my dear.
This dude
Now,
steez.
may I ask,
I don't
what
care for
brings
it.
you to my manor?
I wanted to ask if I could borrow some of your labourers.
Oh? For what purpose?
My
I
angry
intend to
mile.
excavate Hobb's Barrow tomorrow, and I'm in need of some assistance.
An excavation? How very delightful. We're in the middle of our own works right this minute. Follow me, Miss Bateman. Come along. I promise I don't bite.
Could you cool it, my dude? He sounds like what pickup
For
artists think they
generations,
sound like.
this
Short
chapel
apologists.
was a place
Yes.
of unique devotion. And this was until some of my more ungrateful ancestors forgot him and abandoned it.
Why did they abandon it?
Men of great wealth and power can grow so comfortable that they forget they still need the divine. The sacrifices required to maintain such a relationship were no longer being made. The chapel soon turned to rubble, and with time, even the villagers forgot him. His influence endured, but only with the isolated few who lived on the very fringes of these moors. Believe it or not, my family's fortunes have dwindled ever since. Since I succeeded my father, it has become my life's work to restore this place of worship. With
solid.
this sacred place rebuilt, he shall be venerated once more, and the name Panswick shall be uttered again across all of England. He guided the hands of my ancestors. Now it is time for him to guide us. Bewley is a godless place.
Have you
Damn,
forgotten
dude.
about St. Edmunds? Father Roach might disagree.
I shall bring him back to these lands, and this chapel shall be his seat once again.
Is it possible he's
A
not
new
talking about a
world.
Christian
But
god?
it seems like you wish to bring back the past.
From out of the old world shall come the new, a greater truth. But I digress.
Think it's a church for
Horace, my
Saxnot?
dear fellow,
Could be.
Your lordship.
this fair lady here is in need of some assistance. Would you and your chaps be up for a spot of digging at Hobb's Barrow tomorrow?
Hobbs
Right,
Barrow.
okay.
Ah,
I
your
mean, it's a
lordship,
full
'tis no bother.
core.
Good man.
And it's clearly inspired by the
Luck,
Wicker
my
Man,
dear.
which means this
These
dude.
are my finest. They're all yours.
It's
Thank
gotta
you.
be.
I am
All right.
grateful.
On one condition.
No.
I've heard wonders about Mary
Oh,
de
okay, that's
Plancy's
fine.
Bakewell puddings.
Get
I'd
him a
rather like
cake.
to try them for myself.
Your lordship, you're giving me the help of your men in exchange for cakes.
Yes.
But
Farewell, my beauty.
wait,
Great. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cake. Hey, Horace.
is his lordship joking about the Bakewell puddings?
No, miss. His lordship is a man of folly.
Ridiculous.
He treats you all right if you do what he asks.
I really like this. Nah, this dude's cray. Is he kidding about the cake? Nah,
They
this
have some
dude.
decent equipment here. It will be more than useful for the excavation.
Nice. Okay. Free the seeds. Yes, exactly.
I'm nothing of the sort.
I missed what she
I've
said.
seen plenty of your sort before.
Ma'am, you stole my
I
bucket.
don't wish to provoke her wrath any further.
But I do. I want to
I've
provoke.
no time for frolicking with the flock. I've no time for... Thank you for bringing me here, Miss Tompkins.
You're welcome, Mum.
I really like his lordship as a man of folly. Horace is just like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. The works work, so. Alright, last time we saw Duplancy, she was here. Okay. I don't have any money to buy her cakes,
Dear
though.
to your pet.
Hello, Mrs. Duplancy. Do you still have some of your homemade Bakewell puddings, Mrs. Duplancy?
Oh, you're too late, pet. I've a
No.
few left.
Yes.
They're set aside
No.
for someone else.
Might you please be able to bake me some more?
Are you gonna need
Sorry,
ingredients?
I'm not in the mood for baking. Truth be told, my dear husband Albert passed
no.
away recently. Me thoughts are all over the shop.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Aye, he's in God's hands now.
Were you married to Albert a long time?
Aye, too many years to count. He
Shigeako,
was a
yes.
cobbler
I'm really
here in
enjoying
Bewley.
it.
The most dashing gobbler in all of England, I used to tell him.
She baked him into the
Love
cakes.
is
No.
precious, pet. There's naught that can replace the hole it leaves in your heart.
All right, we need an item that's
I can
gonna
relate to that
replace the
in
hole
my
in her
own way.
heart.
I wish you strength in this difficult
Fill it,
time.
fill it, maybe.
Thank you.
Oh, do we
With
think?
God's blessing, I'll get by.
Do we think the fresh grave is her husband? Maybe. Really regretting trying to dig it up so many times.
May I ask who you have set aside the puddings for?
Oh, Father Roach. He won't be back until tomorrow.
Won't they be off by then?
Not at all. Besides, pet, as I told you, I'm not in the mood for all this baking chatter.
Sorry, Mrs. Duplancy. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
So,
There's nothing else I...
so wait. Can I click on her basket? What's in your basket, ma'am?
That's not mine to...
Fine. H- So we need one one of her Bakewell tarts for the Lord. And those Bakewell tarts, there are some in existence, but they're going to Papa Roach. And he's not in town. So he's not going to come back until tomorrow. But I think I need to finish this quest today in order to get the laborers for tomorrow. Do you sell Bakewell? Fine.
I can't take... No one here. I don't think anyone...
Let's go back to the pub. Her heart would be filled by a Scotch egg. Mine certainly would. Oh, I can pick up...
Worm enjoy his new home.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your service, Worm. Oh, wait, was there a new person standing outside? Man, huh?
Good day.
Hello there.
Maybe we need to hook Duplancy up with somebody new. Get her a new beau.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Ralph. Not seen you around before.
That would certainly fill a hole.
I'm just visiting. What brings you to the market today?
I purchased a Scotch egg for me tea. You want a bite?
No, thank you.
Yes, please.
I'm looking for some help with an excavation tomorrow.
Nathan.
Might you be interested?
Sorry, miss. I've already got my own job.
Enjoy your Scotch egg.
I will.
I more than anything, I regret that I don't have the holes emoji finished yet. Clearly, I need to prioritize that. Because this is the perfect moment for it. Is the horse still back here? Yeah.
I don't wish to...
Can I pet the cat?
I don't wish to wake him up.
Can I pet the horse? Yes, hello,
Hey,
horsey.
Thistlecrack.
Hey, Thistlecrack. Ah! Okay.
Whoa, she's a feisty one.
Yeah, you'll just have to holes yourself manually. I'm making a holes emote in lines with the teeth, and hands. So that we have all the parts you need in a person. Okay. Oh, right, I was going to the bar to learn more about...
I can't think of anything. I have nothing. There's nothing else.
Okay. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do about her dead husband? I don't... Game.
I really don't want him up.
Fresh Scotch eggs!
I can't think of...
Well, let's wander around a little. Sometimes when we wander around, we have weird flashbacks, and that progresses some stuff. Okay. Yep, it's closed.
Hello?
Is there a place to get wine or something? You think I should get her drunk? I can get ale at the pub.
I shan't be visiting the Badgers again. I was lucky to escape intact.
Have you tried saying sorry for your loss? I haven't. Wait. Mildred is like a witch.
There's nothing else I wish to...
Damn.
What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient breed, no good for eating. However, they do have...
I see.
Okay. I could try... Okay, well, we've tried digging up that fresh grave a whole bunch. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try just one more time. If she misses her husband enough, then she probably just wants to see him again, right? Oh, that's fucking Arthur. Oh no, it's a gravedigger.
Hello? What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
The simple wooden cross bears a small plaque, on which is inscribed the name Albert de Plancy.
Relative, are you?
No, just looking.
He with a cobbler.
Just window
Who's gonna mend me
shopping.
Boots now.
The simple wooden cross bears... Hello. Does this fresh grave belong to Mrs. Duplancy's late husband?
That's what the cross says,
Aye.
lady.
Rather bare, isn't it?
My job is to dig the graves.
Do we need to
not
get-
decorate them?
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, ta-ra.
Do we need to get a better gravestone?
The simple wooden cross.
Okay, hold on. Do we need to get a better gravestone for it, do you think? Oh, I accidentally clicked the pews instead of the lady.
They are still locked.
Oh yeah, I don't think I have any flowers. Maybe I could pick
day
the
to you,
flowers
Hello, Mrs. Duplancy.
at the Lord's Manor. He had some really big flowers, right?
I saw your late husband's grave, Mrs. Duplancy. I am very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, pet. I'm ashamed to say I couldn't afford naught more than a simple wooden cross.
Oh, lady.
He were a
So sad.
colourful man, our Albert. He deserves better.
Like some
He
beautiful
loved his
flowers?
flower
Yes!
beds.
Okay.
He's only been gone a fortnight, and already his plants have gone to rot. May the Lord forgive me.
Plants are difficult to maintain. I'm sure Albert would understand.
His precious hippeastrum were the first to go.
The ostrom.
I would have loved to lay one on his grave.
Did it.
What does a hippeastrum flower look like?
Oh, beautiful things they are. Tall stems topped with large red flowers. Hard to
Yeah,
grow
Airy
in
Beam,
this
that's a great
climate.
point.
They were his pride and joy. The remarkable thing is there's no scent to 'em. That's why he loved them so much. You see, he hated anything that smelled sickly sweet.
Okay, great.
Hippeastrum were just perfect. Let
Yes,
me know
I
if
think
you
we're
come
gonna hit up the
across
Lord's
one,
house
won't you?
next. Yes.
Of course, Mrs. Duplancy.
I know just the place.
Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
And with you. Okay, yes. Let's go steal some flowers from the Lord. He'll understand. Are you gonna yell at me when I take
match
these?
the description of the flowers Mrs. Duplancy mentioned.
Take
There's
them.
no scent.
You get away from my hippeastrum.
Apologies.
Move!
Well, that confirms it.
Okay. So I need to get Miss Fenchurch out of the way.
Those flowers. May I please take one?
Are you deaf and daft? Bugger off!
Time to use some stuff on her.
I'm not sure they would be.
Alright. How about I use a knife
Shan't
on
lower
her?
myself to such barbarity.
Why not? Why not, lady?
I'm not sure they would be in. I'm not sure they.
Well, what do you think she wants then? Okay, let's talk to maybe this lady has an idea.
Good day.
Hello.
I really need one of those hippeastrum flowers.
Why?
It's a long story. Might you please be able to get one for me, or distract Miss Fenchurch so I can take one?
Those flowers are Miss Fenchurch's favourites. She
Oh
spends
no.
hours looking after them.
We're gonna rob one old lady to help another old lady.
Sorry, Mom. It's just that I'm so worried about Mr. Ambrose.
Oh no.
The milkman.
Am I gonna have to
Hi.
find Mr.
We were to
Ambrose
run away
before
together today.
Oh no!
See.
I'm worried sick that he stood me up.
Oh no!
Ambrose, this job is all I have.
Oh
I
no!
can't risk losing it over a flower.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Miss Tompkins. I still haven't seen him.
Do you think he's abandoned me?
I'm
No?
sure that's not the case. He must have been delayed somewhere.
Could you try to find him for me, Mom? Oh, please, Mom. I'd do anything for you if you found my love.
I can try.
Oh, thank you. You're ever so kind, Mom.
Can
What
you
does Mr. Ambrose
Yeah,
look
tell me
like?
more about this
He's
guy.
got brown hair.
I'm afraid I'll need a bit more to go on.
Sorry, Mom. I'm too upset. Please find him, won't you?
Hey, stop your nattering and get back to your sweeping!
Sorry, Miss Fenchurch.
Okay, so in order to get the laborers to open the barrow that we need to do tomorrow, we need to get Lord Panswick some Bakewell tarts. In order to get the Bakewell tarts, we need to get some flowers to the lady who makes the Bakewell tarts, to Clancy. In order to get the flowers, we need to get the help of this lady by finding her true love so that she will help us distract Miss Finchurch in order to get those flowers for the lady. Easy, easy, easy. Let's do it. Okay, I think the best way of doing this is to just ask around. He could be literally, yeah, based on that description, could be just any of the
Please let us
people.
get on with our if you do as his lord.
Fine. Toil away. I think we're just gonna have to ask around. Milkman. I bet I'm gonna ask around the village fair.
Time for a juicy mutton pie?
I wish.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, I do. Why'd you ask?
Isn't he normally here at the market?
Aye, he's normally 2 pies in by now. Don't know where he is. I'm sure someone around here must know where he is.
Goodbye.
I like
Let me know if you get hungry
2
now,
pies
lass.
in by now.
Mutton pies!
Mr. Crozier, have you seen the
Good day.
milkman? You're always out
Ew.
here.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
He's here every market day.
Except this one.
Aye. I haven't seen him today.
Is it
Any
possible
idea where
he
he
did
might be?
stand up the
Not in the
lady?
slightest.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Appleman?
Good day.
Care to buy some apples?
Still no.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Eddie? Aye.
Have you seen him today?
No. Well, maybe his milk's gone off. I hope so. Might mean some of his customers have some spare coin for me veggies.
Sir, you don't sell
Goodbye.
vegetables. You
You
sell
know
apples.
where I am.
Fresh Scotch eggs!
So ominous. You know where I am. You don't think he stood her up? I
Hello
hope
again,
not.
Mr. Shoulder.
That would be
Miss
sad.
Bateman.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, I know the man.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
No, lass. Why?
No matter. Thank you for your time.
Aye, Miss Bateman. I'm looking forward to...
Yeah, me too. Super.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, a good man.
Have you seen him today?
Come to think of it, no.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
This is a traveling
nothing else to
musician. Yeah. Maybe he's in the
I
hiding
don't
in the
need to use
bathroom.
the filthy lavatories.
Hmm.
Good day.
Hello there.
You distinctly do not have brown
Do
hair.
you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
I do, yes.
Have you any idea where he might be?
He is usually here by now.
So I heard.
He normally arrives via the road to the east of Bewley.
East
Thank
of
you.
Bewley.
Enjoy your Scotch egg.
I will.
Are you still nursing that Scotch egg, dude? All right, which I don't actually know which direction is east in this game. I don't have like a map in the formal. Oh, something's happening. Oh,
There we are. Your shells are looking much more interesting now. I pestered Mother for years to let me bring some of your treasures here. I think she's worried that I want to follow in your path. She has hidden most of your discoveries away. I had to beg her to bring me to visit you, you know. I shouldn't worry you with all that. Do you know that I have a story for each of these pots? Well, I don't know if they're all true, but they are my memories. Even though I was so young, I still remember our adventures together. Would you like me to share my memories of them? Well, I'm going to, whether you like it or not.
Scotch egg is a hard-boiled egg that has been wrapped in sausage, like a thin layer of sausage meat, and then deep fried. And they're good as hell.
I think you brought this one back from a trip abroad. I would have loved to go with you, but Mother didn't want me to. I remember you being so proud of it. It looks ancient. You were incredibly excited about this one. I hadn't gone on an expedition with you yet. You were so happy about it, showing it to Mother and I. You didn't stop talking about it for hours. I thought, how can Daddy be so excited over some old broken pottery? But it wasn't long until
Also
I
breaded.
understood.
Yes. Thank you, Liz.
We found this one together in that mucky old barrow near Avebury. I think it was the second time you'd taken me on a dig with you. I remember you bringing it up to your face to look inside.
I'll
and
check that out,
shrieking in
Shigeko.
horror. There's a bloody rat in there, you screamed. Mother was so angry when you brought this one home, wasn't she? William, that simply will not do. It's taking up all the space on the mantelpiece. Once you moved it to your study, I remember creeping in to take a peek at it. This is from the first dig I remember you taking me on. The excavation of West Kennet Long Barrow. I found it wedged behind a stone as you ate your sandwich. You said, "Now there's a tiny urn for a tiny girl." I almost forgot. While I was searching for your pots in the shed, I found one of your manuscripts. I thought Mother had burnt all your notebooks, but she missed one. It was an account of barrows across the east of England. I managed to read it all before Mother took it away. Daddy, it was fascinating. I've decided that is what I want to do with my life. I'm going to travel the country, excavating and documenting my own finds. Well, as soon as I'm old enough to escape Mother, that is. When you're feeling better, we can go out on expeditions together again, just like we used to. I promise you'll get better, Daddy. I'll do whatever it takes to make it so.
Whew. If you're just joining, the backstory is that her father, she didn't know it when she came to this town, but her father also attempted to excavate the same barrow, Hobbs Barrow, and
Nobody home.
okay, and that went
Something
poorly.
ahead on the road.
A milkman. I bet it's a milkman ahead of the road. And she had a dream that the goblin that lives in Hobbs Barrow. Whoa! Ah! Ah! Ah!
I'm going to help you. Let me free you, sir.
What kind of flowers are those? I need some for an unrelated quest.
Curses. The rope is bound too tightly.
Oh, I've got
I
a thing
can't
for
even
this.
Free his mouth.
What the
Don't
fuck?
worry, sir. I'll find a way to free you.
Yeah, I've got a knife. I'm gonna use the knife.
Please hold still. I'm going to cut you free. He had been so tightly bound that I could barely cut through without hurting him further. His mouth was stuffed full of flowers of a most peculiar scent. I was dismayed at such savagery and wondered if the feral folk Father Roach had mentioned were responsible for this abhorrent act. After some considerable effort, I managed to cut him free. Are you all right?
What the fuck?
Who were lost in visions of hell itself, the devil. I saw the devil.
Who did this to you?
I don't remember. Oh, the terrible sights I saw. I won't forget them till my last breath.
Well,
Are you
time to
Mr.
run away with your
Ambrose?
girlfriend.
Yes, Edward Ambrose.
You were to meet Miss Tompkins today.
The kitty is there lapping up
Aye,
milk.
My love.
This
Oh,
fucking
my
piss
darling
cat.
love.
Let me take you to her. Here, take my hand.
Ah,
As we made the arduous trek
I wanted to try to
Panswick
pick up the
Manor,
cat.
I probed Mr. Ambrose on who had done this to him. He insisted that he didn't remember anything, except for his nightmarish visions.
My love.
Eddie! Jesus, what happened to you? Were you in a fight?
Ah.
Fret not, my love.
I thought you'd abandoned me.
Never. Thank your friend here for helping me out of a bind.
Oh, Eddie.
A literal
Let's get out of
bind.
here, my darling.
Hang on.
Thieving beast! I'll have your guts for gratis!
Fuck off.
Stick it where the sun don't shine, you bitter old sow.
Good for you, lady.
The cheek!
Great.
Here you are, Mum.
Thank you, Miss Tompkins.
No, thank you for finding my poor Eddie.
Aye, thank you, lass.
Let's go, Eddie. I'm never setting foot on this godforsaken estate again.
That's so funny. I thought
Good
there was
luck,
going to be
you
a
two.
whole thing about us distracting and such, but nah. Can I pick up her? No, okay.
I've no time for frolicking with the flock.
Can I?
That is well out of my reach.
Okay, I'll just have to stand on somebody's shoulder. Okay, great. All right. That was great. Just great. Let's see.
The hippiastrum is beautiful. I hope Mrs. Duplancy will like it.
She's gonna love it.
I have something for you.
You found them? Oh, you dear child. Let's take them straight to Albert. You'll come with me, won't you?
Of course, Mrs. Duplancy.
Man, I wish I had Shake Shack. That sounds good as hell. Aww.
You know, the things I miss most about him are the things that used to annoy me. The click of his jaw as he chewed his sandwiches, leaving his tools all around the house. The way he'd never back down from an argument. He's just quiet at home now. Silence. The funny thing is, that's what he always craved. Peace and quiet. He were a good man, our Albert.
Sounds like he was. I'm so
Now
sorry.
about those cakes.
Do you fear death, pet?
Oh no, what? Lady.
It's the part in between that concerns me most.
Whatever do you mean?
My father had an accident many years ago. Ever since, he's been in a state where he can neither speak nor move.
Oh, that does sound dreadful. I'm sorry, pet.
I believe his mind to still be active, but perhaps this is the worst of all fates. To be trapped in one's own body and unable to express oneself while the world continues around you. That is what I fear.
Maybe he'll get better one day.
Yeah, with
Do
some
anything
fucking
to make
goblin
it so.
magic, maybe.
Those flowers look beautiful.
They do. Albert will be smiling down on us.
Aren't you so grateful for these beautiful
Pet,
flowers?
I left me basket inside the church. You'll find some big
Yes.
puddings in there. You can have them.
Oh, you...
I insist. You've brought an ounce of happiness into my day, dear.
Aw.
It's only just that I return some.
I mean, that's definitely
you,
not
Mrs.
why I did
Duplancy.
this.
To be truthful with you, I was saving them for myself. I shouldn't
What?
be so selfish.
Oh
Forgive me.
no!
You're nothing of the sort.
Oh
I'll
no!
stay here with Albert a bit longer.
In
You
the
go back
rain,
to your day,
so I catch
pet.
cold
Lord be
and
with
die,
you.
and then I can
And
join
you,
him.
Mrs. Duplancy.
I feel so bad for robbing this widow of her puddings now. I was fine taking the priest's puddings, but this old lady, I feel so bad about it. And for what? For the Lord? Ugh.
Here they are. Mrs. Duplancy's famous Bakewell puddings. They smell delicious.
All right, well, let's go talk to the, Can I bring her an umbrella? I couldn't interact with the umbrella, sadly. Oh, can I go back to the Eastern Road and check out this crime scene?
These flowers, perhaps they had a queer effect on Mr. Ambrose's mind.
You're gonna take some? Hell yeah.
Perhaps I could show them to Mildred Walker.
Hell yeah.
Bakewell, 32 miles. Bewley really was in complete isolation before the railway line came in.
Piss cat, York. Let me pet you. Oh,
The milk is not salvageable. The cart is beyond repair. Bakewell is 32 miles in that direction.
Okay,
A
fair
journey
enough.
not to be taken by foot unless completely necessary.
I really like this really zoomed out view. The tiny little weird cluster of pixels that is my body. Okay, let's go talk to the Lord. What's up, dude?
The vision returns.
I come bearing gifts.
Freshly baked gifts?
Yes. 3 of Mrs. de Plancy's famous Bakewell puddings.
You are an amusing creature, Thomasina.
Ugh.
What do you mean?
What's the
You're
weirdest
simply
adjective?
A scoundrel of the highest order for asking you to undertake such folly. Of course,
You made me
I've lent
steal
you my
cakes
men
from an
out of
old
the way.
lady.
I merely desired an excuse to share a cake with you.
Lord Panswick.
I take no pleasure in watching you scurry about Bewley to fulfill my every
That's a
whim.
lie, right? He
Or
totally is into
do
it.
I?
Yeah, okay, there we
I
go.
do not find this amusing in the slightest. You have no idea what I had to go through to get these for you.
Oh, I do. And that's what I admire about you.
I know it's supposed to
Tenacity.
be
Even in the face of
sideburns,
something
but
you
I can't
know
help but
to be
feel like the
absurd.
one black pixel on
Don't
his
give
cheek
up, do you?
is like a headphone
Never. Though
microphone,
in
like
this
that,
case, I
like
ought
the
to
kind
have.
Britney Spears has.
Now then, will you share one of these tempting confections with me?
Yeah, no.
Now is not the time,
Come on,
Lord
dude.
Panswick.
You disappoint me. It would seem you don't find the rain quite as romantic
We're
as I
in
do.
it. We are standing
Perhaps
in the
tomorrow,
rain.
After your triumphant excavation of Hobb's Barrow.
Yeah, great.
I hope staleness doesn't descend upon them in the meantime. Still, my word is my bond. Come with me to the chapel. I shall inform the chaps of their duties.
Thank
The
you.
chapel chaps.
Chaps, listen up. You're to assist Miss Bateman's excavation tomorrow. What time, Miss Bateman?
Early morning, if you don't mind.
We'll be there whenever you need us, miss.
Hobb's Barrow. On the Bryden estate, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll be there.
Take your tools with you. Miss Bateman will need every assistance we can provide her with.
It's no bother.
Splendid.
Thank you, lads.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll see you later, my dear.
Thank you, Lord Panswick.
Bye.
We're finishing up here, miss. See you tomorrow morning, all right?
Yeah.
Certainly. I appreciate your help.
Okay. Oh God. it got so
that's
dark.
a relief to have my crew assembled for tomorrow.
Yes.
It's getting dark and cold. Time to head back to the plough and furrow.
The music got so ominous. I do want to stop by Mother Mildred. Yeah, the Twin Peaks music, it's
I'd
back.
rather not walk in the woods at this late hour.
All right, fine. I'll talk to Mother Mildred later, I guess. How do we expect to pay our debts before we leave? Ooh, spooky. My terrible assistant was supposed to come and bring me cash, but he didn't. He just loaded all my stuff on a train. And so I don't have any cash, and I don't have any way of paying it. Probably there'll be just like some gold in the barrow, and then that'll be
Evening, Miss Bateman.
how I pay everything off.
Good evening, Stanley.
It does kind of look like a day for night
Stanley, my good man.
instead of just night.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your
Oh
visit,
my God,
your
dude.
lordship?
You're like
I've come to
obsessed
wish
with
Miss
me.
Bateman good fortune for her grand excavation tomorrow. I'm really rather curious as to what she might turn up.
As am I, your lordship.
Oh, we can
An
hear the
exciting
musician
time
said he's
for
going to perform
Bewley.
tonight.
Wouldn't you agree, Stanley?
Oh, yes, your lordship. Very, very exciting.
This is so
My dear,
ominous.
please, allow me the pleasure of buying you a drink. A welcome antidote to the
Faith,
wind's
yes.
bite. Wouldn't you
yes.
say, Stanley?
He was always one
Yes,
screen behind
indeed,
me.
your lordship.
Free drink though.
No,
No.
thanks.
Miss Bateman, you're no fun.
Ba ba
I should
ba ba
keep a
ba
clear
bum.
head
Fuck
for tomorrow.
you.
Good thinking. In that case, I shall bid thee the fondest of farewells. May
Bye.
you conquer Hobb's Barrow and find all that you desire.
Thank you, your lordship.
I've reminded my chaps they're to meet you at Hobb's Barrow in the morning.
Thank you again, Lord Panswick.
Till we meet again, faites des beaux rêves.
Have good
Mr.
dreams.
Shoulder.
Yeah, thanks.
Your lordship?
Weird vibe. Weird vibe. I do wonder what had happened if I had taken the drink. Probably just more nightmare,
again, Mr. Shoulder.
horrible conversation.
Miss Behrman.
I've recruited the help of some local labourers to help with the excavation.
Marvelous. When do we start?
Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Wonderful.
Can I count on your assistance?
Of course. I'll meet you here at the Plough and Furrow.
Thank you for your time.
No, I wanted to ask about the
Miss,
previous.
Hello again.
Miss,
What else can you tell me about the previous
So
excavation?
there was a third person
I
at the
think I covered it
excavation,
earlier, Miss Behrman. As you yourself said, it was a time of superstitious
and we don't know who, but it's
hysteria.
gotta. I think it's Shoulder. I think this dude is lying.
What was it like living in that period of hysteria?
I kept to myself. It didn't really affect me. My hens stayed healthy and their eggs kept me well fed. If one can keep a level head in such situations, one can get by.
Indeed. Is there anything else I should be aware of before my own excavation? No other ghouls I should be worried about?
You know the answer to that. The corruption in that soil were all in the minds of men.
I don't think that's true.
Thank you for your time.
I'm gonna ask him about the
Miss
flowers,
Behrman,
though.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I'm not sure they were...
Okay, fine.
It's one of the flowers that had been stuffed into Mr. Ambrose's mouth.
It's still covered in his wet saliva.
You've changed your tunes, Stanley. An exciting time for Bewley. I thought you didn't want me to excavate Hobb's Barrow.
Well, what can I get you?
I'm fine for now, thank you. I'll leave those two to their conversation.
Oh yeah, it's the market lady. Oh, here's fucking Arthur and Cyril.
I have nothing else to ask.
Thomasina.
Oh man.
Arthur?
I've remembered something.
What is it, Arthur?
Not here. Meet me outside. In the alley.
He's stinking drunk. Let's hear what he has to say.
Cyril, what are you
Hello
up to?
again, Cyril.
You're still here? Leave me be, lads.
Love you, Cyril. Never change, bud.
What is it?
First of all, I must apologize to you.
For what?
That night we met, when I vanished.
Yes?
Well, there were a man in the loo. A hooded man. He threatened me with a beating if I told you anything about what I saw.
Oh, Arthur, that's terrible.
I mean, it had to.
did you
It had
see?
to have been
That's
Mr.
the thing.
Shoulder.
I hadn't the foggiest idea what he were on about. It was a drink, you see. I'm an embarrassment, Thomasina.
No, you're not, Arthur.
Here's what I need to tell you. I've remembered what you were on about.
Oh?
Standing in the woods today, I knew there was something.
Sorry, I'm gonna get myself out of the way.
I waited, I concentrated, and it finally came back to me.
Please, you're keeping me in some serious suspense here.
All right. It were a couple of days before I met you.
Hurry now, Leonard.
Yes.
I'm not as quick as I used to be. This leg is getting worse by the day.
Yes. I'm constantly made aware of your failing health. Do not fear. You said he has promised you
Yes.
the reward of your returned strength.
Aye, and it can't come soon enough.
Are you sure that it must be her blood?
Oh no, my blood!
She's family.
And she gets here in 2 days.
Aye.
We must bring her to the site as soon as she arrives.
No. Your lordship, with all due respect, we've been through this. We need to ease her into the idea. She will laugh in our faces if we just asked for it.
Who said we would ask?
He told me that she needs to give it willingly.
This little scheme of yours better work, Leonard.
It will, your lordship. We've got the perfect bait.
Fucking Arthur.
Did you hear something? A moonlight tryst. After something, are you, Mr. Tillett?
Your lordship, let me...
Save your words, you drunken wretch. Off you go. Skedaddle. Don't make me ask twice.
Time to use knife on
I do wish you wouldn't
James.
spend so much time with that fool. It's beneath a woman of your standard. It's sad, really. That dog urine they serve here has rather pickled the man's brain.
You're being most unfair to him. Mr. Tillett is a nice man.
Come now. I shall bid thee adieu once more, for I do not wish for this to come between us. All the very best wishes for your excavation tomorrow, my dear.
Thanks.
Yeah, right? He was just trying to buy me some of that dog urine. So, like, come on. Get off your high horse.
What do you think, girl? How can I make sense of all this? I'll be glad to be back in London with a good book once this is all said and done.
Yeah, I think that was the Lord trying to be charming, but like, yeesh. Yes, music! Well, I'm gonna turn up the game audio.
I see thee come in with a glance in your eye, taking everything you see, but I know you can't
This is not what I was expecting it to be.
I see that the prophecy has come into light.
This is mumblecore. It has to be. I don't even know what mumblecore is, but this is mumblecore.
As the day fades into night.
Burrowcore. Can't wait to get a copyright ping on this when I put it on my VOD channel. I think this is Iron and Wine. Oh. Piss cat, piss cat, piss cat, piss cat, piss cat. Oh. Max not again.
So, Thomasina, the journal proves I'm telling you the truth, does it not?
It does.
Good. Now listen. I can help him again. We can help him. Together.
You fucked him up the first time.
All those years ago, your father entered this barrow with the goal of binding me within it. All because the people of Bewley had gotten it into their heads that Sack's not what cause of their plight. I tell you, Thomasina, we're not. Your father botched his incantation, leaving me in this weakened state, stuck in this limbo. And as for him, well, you know how he ended up.
This doesn't sound right. Incantations. My father is a man of...
You don't know your father, Thomasina. How old were you? A child of not even 5, 6 years? You need to enter this barrow and undo what your father did. The spell must be undone. Then not only will I regain my strength, but your father will too.
But how do I...
Blood. The truest symbol of life and death. It's the life which flows within you, but it's also death once it escapes.
I don't understand.
Worry not how you'll undo what's been done. When the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Time is short. Your father and I grow weaker by the hour. Go. Save your father.
I just don't think I can trust that guy. Charred Monster, I like your review of this inn. Ah, Kitty!
I must undo what has been done. Father, I'm coming. Herbert, how did you get in here?
Oh, Kitty. Hi. Oh, you're cute. You're cute when you're not all covered in piss.
It doesn't matter anymore. I've got much more important things to get on with.
Aww. Aww. Max Daisy, I think so. My guess is that is the he.
Good morning.
I don't trust that goblin, though.
Stanley?
Ah, Miss Bateman. Mr. Shoulder left a note for you.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Thank you, Stanley.
Meet me at my home as soon as you read this. There's no time to waste.
Oh,
well,
there were a key with it, too.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Can I take my umbrella, please? I know it is raining out. My umbrella is right there. Game? Game? Fine. I'll just be rained on.
Miss Bateman, I beg you, in the name of God, leave this town.
Father Roach, what is the meaning of this?
There's nought for you here, lass. Clear off. I beg you, Miss Bateman.
Father Roche, Mr. Farnaby, here to wish Miss Bateman good luck for her excavation, gentlemen.
Am I heck? Mr. Kemp, you know.
An excavation strongly supported by Lord Panswick, no less.
I wish you well with your findings, Miss Bateman. May the Lord strengthen you and guard you from the evil one. Yeah, little children, guard yourselves from idols.
Bye, Cyril.
Good luck, Miss
I trust
Bateman.
you, Cyril.
Thank you.
Man. Okay, I do want to talk to the Mildred before... before I go to the cabin. I want to see if she
must
can
make haste to Mr. Shoulder's residence.
Really? Can I fast? Oh, it's not letting me fast travel. Fine. Should I have made her look at him last night? I feel like once the sun went down last night, my ability to do other stuff was also probably... Hey, Wole!
Douglas?
Oh, Douglas. Disappointing. Free wooden sword.
It's just a toy. It's no use to me.
Okay, you've picked up so many things that were arguably not useful, but no, that's fine.
What a peculiar name. I can't... What's this? A box. It's locked. Mr. Shoulder, I got your note. Explain yourself. Curses.
I mean, whether or not, in about 15 minutes will be the end of the stream, so you won't miss too much. Hopefully.
Mr. Shoulder!
Hey, Pat! Use the small key with the small box.
The key fits.
Very straightforward. Where are all the hens, though?
Another one of these peculiar stones. Wait, does this mean Mr. Shoulder was the third man on my father's excavation?
Yeah!
There's a note underneath.
My heart is his heart, and my light is his light. Seems bad.
Where did the hens go?
Yeah, I'm saying. That's my question, too.
I've no desire to lug... Mr. Shoulder, what is the meaning of these stones?
Thank you, anonymous gifter, for hooking Pat up. Animal sacrifices? No, weird little bat. That seems really likely, but I regret that. I mean, I've gotta go. I gotta go talk to
Lord Panswick's men.
Oh, fine, okay. Oh, was that what that was? You guys, I think you guys are right. That was the crow. Hold on.
There's...
Okay. Well... I saw that and I was like, oh, is that just the mound of dirt? But you guys are right. I think that was probably... This is why you need the whole emote.
Good
You're
morning,
so
men.
right.
Thank you for braving the weather.
Who's ready to get cursed?
Yes. Little rain is no bother.
This is so much rain.
So,
this is
may
not
we
a little
start?
bit rain.
Yes, we've not a moment to waste.
Former crow. Oh no, Claire!
And so, the excavation of Hobb's Barrow began. Horace and his men learnt quickly and went about their work with care. We toiled for hours, rolling away great stones, removing mortar and masonry put in place by Father, Mr. Bryden and Mr. Shoulder. They had gone to great lengths to seal the barrow. I should have realized their efforts were not only to keep us out, but also to keep something contained within.
Yes.
Eventually, our careful application of pick, trowel, and shovel gave way to open space. A stagnant, cadaverous odor was let forth.
Yeah?
The seal was broken.
No.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
I can't wait to see what horrifying pixel art we're gonna get treated to.
Splendid work, all of you.
Step inside, miss. We'll be right behind you.
Thank you, Horace. I can't wait a moment longer.
Yeah? Yeah? Oh no! It's the flowers.
I can't get my head around this. How could they possibly grow here? Horace, come see this.
They're gonna fucking seal me in.
Horace!
Oh god, that ominous game save note.
Fairly standard Bronze Age pottery. Smashed to high heaven, I'm afraid. Not worth making a note of.
I feel like the moment I try to step out, they're gonna be like, nope, sealed.
A burial urn, perhaps, though there's no sign of ashes. An unremarkable find.
Is there something on the wall? No, okay. It's the same flowers, lady.
Try as I might, these flowers are steadfastly rooted.
If only I had a knife.
Let's see if I can cut them away.
Oh god, is there gonna be something horrible under them? I let smallpox out. I let all the fear and hatred and evil in the world out. This was where it was kept.
Incredible. Something has been boarded up here.
Well, time to unleash something. Let me just...
Iron stakes have been driven through the boards, holding them firmly in place. I feel uneasy about what might lie beneath, but what choice do I have? Perhaps Horace could help me remove these. Chaps?
Oh, fucking of course, they just left.
I've been abandoned.
Well, back in the hole. Oh, man.
Iron stakes at each. I can't remove the stakes with my bare.
Okay. Maybe the trowel, our trusty trowel. Great. Right, weird little batch. Just like, well, union lunch break.
A passage.
Good for them.
Father, I'm coming.
Oh, God. One of these times we're not going to have a stream where I slip into a hole, but it's not today. Whoop. Uh-oh.
Curses.
Uh-oh.
Am I out of paraffin?
Oh, for fucking real? After I stole that fossil to pay
Thank
for
goodness.
it? What are these fucking flowers? This is quite a barrow. Do you think we're gonna see the piss cat here? I mean,
My
I know
lantern went out for good this time.
I know this is the past, but there's pretty strict rules about going into caves with a certain amount of lighting backup systems.
I had no choice but to venture forth into the darkness.
That's not true.
With each step, the passage narrowed in every conceivable way, until I was on hand and knee, crawling through thick clumps of vegetation. The odor of that dank soil was somehow unnatural.
Ma'am.
I crawled for an age, until I emerged in a cavern that seemed lit by the very earth itself. What is this place?
I think we're about to get to like a real puzzle-ass puzzle.
It's as solid as it looks.
That hints the phrase solid as a rock. Here we go, panel.
This stone panel seems somewhat loose.
This one too?
This stone panel feels firmly affixed. This stone...
Can I pry it out?
Perhaps I can chip away at the edge of the stonework here.
I'm the worm and the barrow is their apple, yes. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the chisel broke, but what have we here?
Alright. Yes.
3 niches have been carved into the stone.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I have a thing for this.
I should take a closer look.
At what? At the stone? So it's a chicken head IAW. Some snake feet, CAZ. And ABPA. Do they have to go in a special order?
I should take a
Oh, I see, okay. Okay, hold on. Let's look at the journal. And see if there's a clue. Found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7 archotic. You bet it's chicken torso snake. Based on what? Pho, theta, epsilon. Alright, snake is... I feel like this is for a thing we haven't hit yet. I will pour out my spirit. Nope. Oh, do I have to try every time? That's gonna be... Okay, alright.
I'm afraid I can't.
Okay. Planted seeds sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Clutch my tablet. All eyes must face towards the 7 archaeotic. Rho theta. Do they, so we've got these stars, and there's 1 and 2 and 2. About illness. Plant a seed and we found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the guardian shall be defeated. Dead language reveals the path, for thou art the moon, the chief of the stars. Listen to the things I have said. The snake has 3 stars? Oh, it does have 3 stars. You guys are so good at seeing things and recognizing. Oh! Basic. You guys are too good. Oh.
Incredible.
Okay. Wait, so what did this one... This one had letters on it. IAW, ABPA, CAS. Are these buttons to press? Oh. Alright. Oh. IAWPA. What were the other ones? ABCAZ. I think I entered it wrong already.
A clicking sound, but nothing happened.
Thank you, Liz. Alright. IAWABPACAZ. Hey! Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The light.
Uh-oh. 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 I fucking love these arms, though. Holy shit. Okay.
Curses. Goodness me.
Look at the arms.
There's nothing Bronze Age about this. Roman?
funny.
Ancient Greek? No.
It's almost
this
as
is
though
something
people have been coming down
else.
here. Okay. Okay.
The
I
figure
see.
is presenting what looks like a sheaf of wheat. The figure is holding a whip.
Is this what the figure on the stone was holding? Wheat and a whip? One of them was a whip for sure.
Try as I might, it will not open. There's a small hole in the front of the box. A lock, perhaps.
Probably, yeah.
A beautifully ornate pot. This is the only one with a lid.
Crack it open, yes! Let's get some of that nasty stank in here.
It's sealed tight.
You're gonna fucking
There's
break
something
it.
rattling round inside.
A key!
The seal is too tight. I can't get the knife in anywhere.
Well, it's time to break it, lady. It's
Some
go time.
situations do call for brute force.
Yeah. Brute force.
There's something here, made of wood.
A crank?
It looks like a crank handle. Empty. There's nothing inside these. There's nothing inside these. These are all empty.
I mean, Gold Star's truly. Truly. What was our plan?
The soil feels as hard as rock, despite this damp environment. This one has shattered to pieces.
I'm gonna assume she's just so driven by the thought that she is gonna be able to help her pop. Ooh, I got a pot. Things are
simple
really
pot
looking
made
up.
of clay.
I have to arm wrestle the
No
door
movement there.
to get in. Hello, Epiphycus.
No movement there.
I bet we can crank this box, so to speak.
It fits in the hole. Let's see if I can turn it. My word.
What, Mectal? Oh man, it's been a minute since I've listened to 99% Invisible, but clearly I need to.
Curses. No movement there.
So wait, what did
The
this
box
box
is
do?
full of seeds. They glow in a
Oh.
most unnatural manner. Yet I feel compelled to take some.
Yes, take the seeds. Yes. Put them in the weird soil. Yes.
The soil is too compact. I
What
can't
if we
plant the
held
seeds in soil like
Dilla's
this.
hands in the hole. Oh, you said I couldn't?
The soil feels as...
Wait,
The
okay.
soil... I can't plant the seed.
If only I had a fucking trowel. I'm so glad we stole this trowel
I've
from
broken
that
up
old
the soil.
priest.
It's loose now. There we are.
I was really expecting
I've planted the strange seeds.
the seeds to kind of spontaneously.
The pot is empty.
I know, I was gonna put something in the pot, lady. Oh, okay.
I don't need to take more. No movement there.
Maybe I need to interact.
The figure is presenting.
Yeah. Oh, water. I see. Okay.
Ice cold.
Lick it up. You're gonna be down here for a while.
I've collected some water in the pot.
Mm-hmm. This is how you make seeds grow in a cave deep under the ground where there's no sun. Yes! Yes! Now let's hold hands with the plant. Uh-oh. 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 What? Okay.
Am I dreaming?
Oh my god. Do I have to put the wheat in the
wheat
hand?
is firmly rooted. I can't pull it out.
It's okay. I've got a knife. Okay. How am I gonna get a whip in here?
It fits.
Maybe I can just pull out some of
These roots are strong and tight.
Thank God I stole this knife.
I've removed a portion of the root. I'll keep it.
Like you will. You're gonna put it in this
I'm
hand?
almost onto something there.
Almost. Okay.
I do not wish to cut that. No, that won't achieve anything you... That's a peculiar...
Oh, what? Am I combining the crank and the vine to make a whip?
It's a little crude, but I believe I fashioned a whip.
Epiphygus, that's a good point, actually. Alright. The old Wheaton whip.
It fits.
God, okay. Technically, we're at time. But I don't want to stop, but we should stop.
Whatever was once placed here is long gone.
I feel like we have to be
Empty.
close to the end, right?
Empty.
This game is really good, and I just want to keep going.
A thick, greasy substance is oozing from the broken pot. I haven't the faintest idea what it is. I don't wish to touch it.
Wait, I've got a pot. Scoop?
I've scooped some of the greasy substance into the pot.
Great.
In any other circumstance, this beautiful vessel would be one of my greatest finds yet.
Is there a fucking goat?
Seems meaningless. Just an empty pot.
Lower the game volume. Oh my god, why? What?
It looks like an object could be placed here.
What?
I shan't go near it.
What? You're not gonna engage with the goat? Mundown shit, one hundo.
I shan't go near it.
Okay, then we're gonna end the stream. If you're not gonna go near the goat, we're gonna end the stream, lady. How do you feel about that? That is a particularly thick goat, especially because we've seen another goat. It was not nearly that chonkular. But I think this has to be where the stream ends. I know things are really getting good. That just means y'all are gonna have to come back Thursday when I finish the rest of it. My streaming times are Tuesday, 10 a.m. Central Time, Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Time, and then Sundays, 11 a.m. Central Time. So we'll be back Thursday to play more of this. And whenever we finish this, we're going to be on to the next point-and-click mystery. We've got to be close to the end on this one. I can't imagine there's so much more. We've got to be close to the end. Whatever that end is going to be. I hope she doesn't die. I guess we'll see. All right, thank you for tuning in. If any of you were BDG stream raiders, thank you for hanging out. We'll be back Thursday for more of whatever this has been. Have a good rest of your week. I'll see you later.